Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
Yeah. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second?
Do you think someone's trying to frame Byakuya? Oh my goodness.
I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still. There's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I really just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. Well, I don't know, actually.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that?
Because of the poster.
Even in the world of disappointments, this is a
the
true
carpet
letdown.
thing.
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who had been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Is it possible then that she could have died in like a guy's bedroom, and then the guy got the blood on his poster and he was like, oh, I'm gonna put this in the girl's room? I don't
Come
know.
on, Makoto. If there's
Like, the
any
poster
chance
still
the
doesn't make
murder took
sense to
place
me.
somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that was switched between the boys' and girls' locker rooms. Yes, there was.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
It's not that the stain was scrubbed away, it was moved.
I got it! The stain on the
Got
girls'
it.
locker room carpet wasn't
Wiggles.
scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
What?
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Exactly. Oh, she used the guys. She used Leon's, and then to make it seem like she had no access to the guys, that's when he destroyed Leon's thing. Oh.
To get into the
I think I got
locker
it.
rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device.
Big brain.
But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Could have done it with Leon's e-handbook 11037.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Oh, he knows.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Oh wait, no.
That's wrong.
No, not wrong. No, not wrong. Wait. That was the right thing.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Did I just fuck up?
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. No, but oh my god, Makoto's dumb.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Oh my god, does that mean it's him? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh my god, please don't tell me it's Hiro. I like Hiro.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Because he definitely used Leon's. Like, she definitely used Leon's. Like, when I think about it, it makes
if
sense.
it were broken,
It
that
was
wouldn't
broken
make any sense anyway.
afterwards. Unless they really know it was broken beforehand, but
So
there's
then,
no way.
she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills.
You can't fix an e-handbook.
But Hiro
The instant you open
is
one
like,
up, a
oh
security
yeah,
buzzer
she
starts
used
blaring.
his like. No, I think he did it then. I think
So
I
if she
think he
didn't
did it.
use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook,
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong.
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
No.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
Thank you, Kyoko.
What the-
God.
You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So,
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
what?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class
Oh
trial
my god, it's gonna
recess.
take forever.
Huh? For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show
This
us?
is gonna take
Not be
forever.
boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Oh jeez. Hopefully she takes me right there.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time. Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like
I hate this
using
guy.
our hands? No, wait, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
Oh jeez, Sakura.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay.
Right? I'm
You're-
like,
I'm
no, it
sorry,
should be a
Chihiro.
girl. Sakura then began to quietly examine her
Be
body.
sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but...
Uh-oh.
What? This is... What is this?
I'm telling you, it's a penis.
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible. This girl is
Is what?
a boy.
See? I knew it. I freaking knew it.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting.
And that's why
Thank
she
you
never
for
wanted to hang
confirming this
out
fact.
with the girls or like go to the room with the girls because she literally could not get in. So she got in using her own pass.
What?
Or he got in using his own pass.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Okay, so now I don't think it's Hero anymore.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
Remember when I told you guys? And I was like, yo, I was like, is it possible she's gay or trans or like just a guy?
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
As soon as Doomsock said like, oh, you know, like cross-dressing, I was like, yeah, that could be it.
Crossdresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
Why didn't she just say that? Why did she make us like inspect the body and shit? Like if you already know, just tell us.
That certainly does make
Oh my
things much
God.
more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
Thought it never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Well, in that case, I really don't know who it is then.
Assuming his handbook
now we can
did,
throw
in
Hero
fact,
out
list his
of
gender
the
as male,
suspects.
then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
Oh my god, is this what Rhapsody meant when he was like, oh, you know, check the handbooks? If I had just checked the passports, would it have said that Chihiro was a guy? Oh, I should have looked at the handbook. I should have looked at the passports.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
Man. Chest sizes are in there? Oh.
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
But does it say? Like, now that I think about it, like, have you ever tried looking and seeing if it says if Chihiro's a guy?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather
I kind of want to go back to like an old save, and I guess I do. I have old saves. I can go back and see.
I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is a most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
What? That Chihiro is a cross-dresser. I don't understand what you're saying.
The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything
No,
to do
he
with
wasn't trans. He was just a boy.
Plus,
I
the
think
evidence
anyway.
he left behind
I guess
was
it's
a
not
little
really
too,
clear,
how can I
but
put it?
I assume
Overt.
they're just a boy.
He consciously chose to use the extension cord,
Yeah,
knowing it could
like, we don't
connect him
really
to the
know.
murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker
Yeah,
room,
and
it
based
seemed
on
to
that
rattle you.
fact, that's why I feel like, oh, they wouldn't just put a trans person in the game.
And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
What? Why? Are you fucking crazy, Byakuya? What is it talking about?
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important,
I'm
wouldn't you say?
confused.
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I
He's
don't
just
think I can say
gaming.
for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good.
Hold on. I need to, hold on. Oh my god, scrolling is so slow. Okay. Hold on. Doesn't have anything to do with him. You think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him? Plus the evidence he left behind was a little too, how can I put it, overt. He consciously chose To use the extension cord knowing it would connect him to the murder. At least that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you. So that's your thinking. Or his current? He's right, I'm not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girl's locker room and decided to alter it. I don't know what he means by he decided to alter it. Like he purposefully found it in the girl's locker room for whatever reason. I don't know why he's in the girl's locker room. And then he was like, huh, I'm gonna tie her up with the extension cord. Just cause I feel like it. Tee. Like, I don't understand what's going on here. Unless he's being sarcastic, I don't know. He found it first and did a little troll. Oh my god, this fucking guy. Why did you do that? Why? Your reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important. What do you mean your reasons don't matter? Anything for sure. Seriously, clear. I did it. Okay. He couldn't have found it in the girls' locker room. Found what in the girls' locker room?
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
Yeah.
Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
But how did he get in the girls' locker room? He's in the boys' locker room. Oh, do you think they just accidentally said girls instead of boys?
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very
I
true.
have no idea who it is now. I just know it has to be a boy, I think.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
So we stole a handbook from Sayaka or Junko? No, because it was in the boys. No, the corpse was in... Oh, he did. Okay. But why did he go in the girls' locker room in the first place? Unless you mean I don't know. Holy, I'm so confused now. Byakuya didn't do it. And he was a real killer who murdered Chihiro. Yo, I kind of feel like Hiro's still on the line. Hiro's still a suspect. Because he did say, he was like, oh, she clearly used like Leon's to get in the thing. So he must have not known that she was a boy. And he must have assumed. I kind of feel like it's Hiro, but I'm not sure. There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer's a guy.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. That's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, I guess based off everyone is saying here, Leon's thing had to have been broken the whole time because Chihiro.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but
yeah.
Did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
I don't know if that's the one. I'm gonna wait.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the killer?
And only the killer.
No.
And it's not
Okay,
like
that's
they're
the one.
just
That's the one.
Turn game over, man.
Because it's not only the killer, because it's the girl. And we know the girl's not. We know Celeste isn't the killer, okay.
Isn't
There a single clue? Well,
did nobody get? I'm sure if someone saw the.
perhaps someone saw the victim. Yeah. All we need right now is any.
It's over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. No.
No, that's wrong. I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd. Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
How does she
You
know?
know who the killer is.
How does she know?
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Yeah, I really don't know anything about the clothes and stuff, though.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific...
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. 'Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
But they're all the same. They're all the same color, though.
Closer to figuring out who the culprit
Didn't they just
is?
establish that they're all the same
No way.
color
Not a
and
chance.
stuff?
You
No.
heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Bags are the same. What you just said was really odd. Wait, who said? Oh, I wasn't paying attention at the end. Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
First of all, he was on his way, so next week, why did he choose?
What do you mean?
Oh.
I got it! It matched the one.
So it's
The
late.
killer was wearing the same. My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have his exercising.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
What who just said is on. Oh my god. Are you telling me it's actually what's his face? Mondo?
Why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! It matched the one that
So, what's your... The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Oh, no? Read Celeste account.
Shoot!
I can't.
First of all,
Can I? Oh, I didn't know I could just read. Oh my god. Please. I didn't know I could just open these. I need a new bullet. Do I? On the night of the murder, right before nighttime, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. It seems she was stuffing some blue exercise clothes to her duffel bag. Presumably, she was on her way to exercise. The clothes were not found at the crime scene. Celeste had not told anyone other than Makoto about this encounter. What do you mean I need a new bullet, though?
he was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask,
What do you mean the
why
answer's
did
in
he
there?
choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that. It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is... The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
I don't think I did it right.
His exercising sucks.
I suck at this.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who
So I
the
picked the
culprit
wrong
is?
one and then I picked the right one?
No way. Not
Is
a
that how it
chance.
goes?
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it? First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next
So
we
try-
have to ask,
Pick the two things that contradict. Turn one into a bullet, shoot it at the other. The tracksuit is black. And then
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked. It matched the one that culprit.
So, what you're saying... The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit
do I
as
do
him?
it like that? I don't get it. Don't tell me Azure, but like, what do you mean you pick two things that contradict? Turn one into a bullet and shoot it at the other. I don't understand what things are contradicting here. The wrong combination? I'm close.
Shoot!
A contradiction? Okay, let me
first
see.
of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
What do you mean he literally
I
buried
got it!
himself?
He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're
But
saying
it doesn't match
is...
the one the culprit's
The
wearing.
killer
'Cause-
was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Is it just because him right away, he was like,
I
mine
don't
is
even
black.
have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit?
No way.
It has to
Not a
be him.
chance.
Oops.
You heard him, right?
It has to be him, but like I just don't understand how to do the bullet things. Like, okay.
First of all,
Maybe
we know
it's
that he
okay. I
was
think
on
I
his way
might
to
know.
go. So next, why did he choose?
What do you mean, the specific?
Maybe it's
He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same
wearing
blue
the same
tracksuit as
blue
him?
tracksuit. No, he
My
wasn't.
tracksuit is black.
Oops. No, I meant to. Fuck. My bad.
I don't even have
I
a
did not mean to do
tracksuit.
that.
Shit.
I have a white tracksuit, personally.
I got it from the
Did any of that really help us?
No way.
Go
Not a
around
chance.
again. I think I did it. I think I'm doing it right though.
First of all, he was on his way to go. So next, why did he choose?
What do you mean, the
I got it! He picked it matched the one the culprit was
Maybe
wearing.
you don't need a new bullet.
So, what you're saying
What?
is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Oh my god.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
Okay.
Because exercising.
I have a white track. I got it from the
Did any of that really help us?
No way.
Yeah, I don't understand the
Not
new
a
bullet
chance.
thingies, but okay, fine. If I don't need a bullet, then
First
I
of
think I got
all,
it.
he was on his way.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
Shut up, Thunder. That doesn't give me a lot of hope. That's not being supportive.
So, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
That's not what I wanted to do.
I don't even have it. Because exercising.
I have a white track. I got
Why
it
do
from
I
the
keep fucking up? I'm pushing the wrong button. Hold on.
way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right?
Alright, here we go. 7 minutes
On
left.
his way. So next, why did he choose?
What do you mean, the
I got
Just
it!
slow it
It
down.
matched the one the...
So,
The killer was wearing the same blue track.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, there we go. Fucking fuck.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
Oh, he never said it was blue. She never mentioned that the fact that it was blue.
She never said anything about the jacket's color.
Oh.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you? You just...
Aw, Mondo, why? Yo, we liked him.
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The
I really
only
didn't
one
suspect
I
him at
told
all.
about Any of this was you.
then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility. Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hand.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony, when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
How?
Why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because I hate him. The way he talked? Or is it the way he was acting? Oh, I don't know. Hey, Kile. Yo, I actually have no idea the way he was acting or the way he talked.
Ah, I wasn't expecting that.
Geez, you're still streaming.
I didn't really hear how he talked. Maybe it's how he talked.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
But he kept saying that dude. Yo, I remember. Because I actually, at one point, I was like, why does he keep calling her dude? Oh, ho, ho, ho. He knew that Chihiro was a guy.
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo
Have
knew
you been
something we
watching
didn't.
my playthrough at all, Keeley? Yo, it actually is pretty cool if you've seen like what's transpired.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
I thought he was being a bro. Yeah, that's what I thought too. And so now I'm thinking like, yo, anytime I notice anything out of the ordinary, even if it's something as small as dude, I'm gonna point it out. Like I need you all to know my thought process, because I do remember that.
Mondo.
And I was gonna say it, but then I didn't want to
really
be
you?
like, yeah, I just didn't want to sound dumb.
Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Alright, don't worry, I'm almost done at Keeley. I'll probably finish it tomorrow.
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was bad.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of lead.
My time has nearly come.
Whoa, so what does his voice sound like that?
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, that, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Must belong to... Chihiro's is missing, right?
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
I feel like they have a weak point, right? Didn't he mention that?
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that?
I do remember that.
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbook?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Yo, the sauna.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, 'Cause I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Oh, same.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Yeah, so Mondo and Taka are the only people who would know it.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed.
Which means Mondo's must be broken, and we're gonna be like, Mondo, let us see your thing, and he's gonna be like, oh fuck.
What
I'm
if they
fucked.
found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness?
Yeah.
And it
Oh
broke?
wait, no. Taka does. It's okay. Taka's off the table because he undressed. Mondo didn't.
They'd realize it was broken, of course.
He
and
was
it
a
wouldn't be
dumbass who went
hard
in there
to
with all
figure
his
out
clothes.
why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their hand.
I'm speeding this up a little bit because I'm yeah, I'm you know, I need to go to bed. All right, so
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna.
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
oh poor Taka.
Mondo
He's
and
like,
Taka
my
had an
bro.
endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago. And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna...
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. I don't accept this. Show me the
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Oh, oh man, come on, come on. How do I switch them again?
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken,
oh, there we go.
Then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Yeah, Vegeta. Alright.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook, then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Did I get
No,
it?
that's
Oh,
wrong.
nice. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually worked. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own.
Oh.
After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
Yeah, we could assume that after he said that it wouldn't break.
That's right!
It wouldn't
The
break from
punishment
the
it suffered wasn't
baseballs.
nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's
He
how I
didn't
look
loan
at
it. He took it.
There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student. But if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rule.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear.
Oh, I have to make the comic now. Okay.